Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 9th of January. Let's get on and look at these markets. First things first, news events today. Well, there isn't a lot because they've already happened. On the key numbers here, retail sales already out for Australia, came in less than expected. Inflation data, China, pretty much in line, pretty much in line overall. Aside of that, I'm just going to switch across here. This afternoon we got a lot of speakers from 2 o'clock onwards. I'm not too sure where they're speaking, but it seems like there's a hell of a lot of Fed speakers all at around about similar time or one after the other. Bank of England, Breeden speaking there at 4 o'clock this afternoon as well. So maybe something later could create. Oh, hang on a minute. We get a bit of softer detail this morning. The rest of the details are all out there, and the news is already released, so nothing to shock us. Of course, we've got non-farm payrolls tomorrow, which the markets, and there's a lot of chatter about. Right, so technicals, euro dollar. Yesterday bounced back a little bit later in the day, but it's for sure looking southbound, looking weak again. I was looking at this yesterday from the break of the pivot, but there were so many opportunities to trade at the same time. I didn't personally take this, but it is still set up to continue down towards that weekly S1 at the moment. Still looking soft there. Bigger picture, well, there is support on the way down to these levels, but just the bigger picture at the moment looks very weak on the euro. As I say, that S1, that weekly S1 is below the prior lows. Of course, the prior lows might give some support, but it just looks soft as we run through the week here. Okay, hourly exactly the same. It's hit the daily pivot, it's running off towards the S1. Will give some support there, maybe with those previous lows. But if we can break that, well, we could be running back to those prior lows, etc. on the bigger picture. Right, the pound, similar story going on here. In fact, it's slightly weaker. This is one of the two I was choosing yesterday, and I decided to choose the New Zealand dollar versus the pound at the time. It just looked a little bit weaker, but this looks like it's moved more. It broke down through the weekly pivot there. Let's just take it a step back. You see how weak it is. It is possibly finding a bit of support into its S2 here. Lower highs, lower lows coming through, so as I say, we could be continue. It's already run through its S1 here, so maybe I'm looking there. There's the new yearly S1 is down here below the red line, which is the weekly S2. So might just run on a bit further. It consolidated quite a lot there yesterday. It's this morning though, it's decided to run quite a way already. This isn't one to jump into necessarily, but it certainly I mean, the euro. Someone's pointed out that the euro's not gone as soft as the pound at the moment. It just seems that the pound is certainly getting the finding the sell side of things. US dollar, yen. Yen's barely moving here in real terms. It's dollar yen is barely moving, I should say. The yen's just sort of stifled out a little bit here, this move. Don't really like the overall pattern. It looked like it was going to roll back a little bit with its double top, but it's just more holding on around those highs. The more it holds on around the highs, the more I think, well, at some stage it could carry on and break through. Again, the dollar strengthening against it at the moment for sure, running through there. Okay, Aussie dollar again moved. So we had all these yesterday looking at a very similar picture. It's continuing its sort of run to the downside here. A lot of these markets had the same retracement and are looking very, very similar. The euro holding up better than this one as well. So the pound looking the weakest out of the bundle against the US dollar. But this is still looking softer. It's it's gone in terms of potential entries there for now. I mean, the retracement through the Asian session, late US session into the Asian session, maybe giving opportunities. But US dollar CAD again looks like it's, I mean, it did double top. It broke that little range it was in from the double top. It would have triggered, if you were looking at the short side from that, there we go, it would have triggered that that range, but from the double top down to its the lows there, it would have triggered from that. But at the moment it's looking really like we're seeing the dollar just continue to strengthen, and we could just, there's nothing to say that won't continue to happen. Okay, New Zealand US dollar, this is one I did take as a short yesterday, targeting really down towards the 55 area here, the monthly S1, so it's a bit more of a swing type trade. It's quite simple. It was waiting for the breakdown yesterday, it occurred, and it's running off of that now. So looking like it's as I say, it's already through its S1. This is a swing though, it's not necessarily the place to get in on it, it's already happened, but it is looking soft if you're in it. There's no point me moving the stops yet either. On that I will track the stops down on it, but not for a while yet. US dollar Swissy, continuing the route to the upside. You see the strength of the dollar on everything here. Again, this is one of those that's it's already gone. It broke out yesterday morning quite quickly there on the 7 o'clock bar, so it wasn't looking so pretty as some of the others, but it has continued, and it looks like it's got more upside for sure if you're holding into it. Euro yen, this completely switched directions this week and is heading back southbound, looking pretty soft overall. Lower highs, lower lows coming through this at the moment, and well, there's nothing setting up on the shorter time frame. I quite like got a little strategy it runs on the short time. That's not running at the moment. It's consolidating where it is, but things might shape up as we go through the morning into the afternoon. But it does look like at the moment that with the yen holding reasonably well against the dollar, it's acting very similar. So we're seeing these currencies, the euro yen and all the other yen pairs, on their way to the downside. Okay, that's pretty much it there. The cross pairs are very similar. As I say, if you look through the yen pairs, this is the euro yen. You look through the pound yen, if you're a pound yen trader, yep, it's weakened that little bit more because the pound is just that bit weaker. But if you look at the pound against the yen or the pound against the dollar, it's a similar-ish picture at this stage, and a lot of the cross pairs are the same. There might be some more opportunities. I'll look at those in a short while in the trading room. So aside of that, let's look at the usual suspects and firstly start with gold. Gold really is trying to continue up there on the shorter time frame. Look, it's gradually moving up there. It's struggling though where it's sitting at the moment with a stronger dollar. It's just holding it back a little bit. Maybe if we saw the dollar selling off a little bit, we could see this push up. May have more scope, but uncertainties around the world, you often get this money running into gold. But I don't know, our news event seems to have gone all quiet, apart from the fact that Trump wants to take over Greenland and etc. We'll see. I think there's a lot of discounting, ignoring those sort of things. Right, Western Texas, looking at oil. So yesterday it ran into its yearly pivot, and we're just short of the monthly R2, reacting off that sort of area at the moment. Really softened. I was just looking at 7 o'clock yesterday. It looked like opportunities would have still been to the upside. The yearly pivot obviously forming resistance. Now we got support off its weekly pivot it's sitting into here, so the weekly pivot may just hold it a little bit further. We'll see. If it breaks that, it becomes a bit more of a sell again, but for now just holding fire. It just continued to roll over yesterday coming into the afternoon session. Just looking at maybe if it does turn back in to the daily pivot and starts reacting to that, we could get further downside. Equity markets, S&Ps down this morning for sure, and well, not really going anywhere yesterday. As I said, there's some funny old patterns, some triangles going on here, very unreliable, but normally you get a triangle, or it should go to the upside because it's in the upward trend, a bit like a wedge or anything like that, pennant, but it's not really going that way, and it looks, if anything, like it's going to break to the downside at some stage. What a horrible old day yesterday. Good luck trading that. Looking at the FTSE, well, I'd say good luck trading this anyway. It's just chopping along, not really doing too much. Sorry, that's all I can say there. The DAX was doing better yesterday, but it's running into the double tops here, and we're having a bit of a reaction this morning, off about 0.3% today at the moment. Looking softish, but if things were to change, it would look okay, as markets would change around a little bit, but it's just that bit softer around this double top. Dangerous area to be trying to get in either way, really. Some traders will start coming to a sell point, but it's not really confirmed yet. And for the upside, well, you got the double top. If it starts breaking through that, it'll give us a higher low and would look a bit more, will have better potential for a continuation. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. I wish you a great day's trading, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye for now.